Hey everyone, this is Mr. Everything, and I wanted to talk about Mint Mobile for 2023. I've been a customer for almost 6 years now, but I'll just call it a 5-year review, a 2023 review. We're almost at 2023. I really think that their plan pricing and structure will probably continue, at least certainly through the beginning of 2023, and hopefully the prices will stay there for the entire year. I picked up Mint Mobile in 2017. I'm not sure if I went for a year plan or what I did, but I was okay with it, but then I let it run out. And then I had to make a new account, so the one I have now has been the same number and everything since 2018. Obviously, I like it since I've stuck with it all these years. I'll show some speed tests and things on the phone, but just to start off, to show the website and some of the plans. It uses T-Mobile, so you need to have a GSM capable device, which I think at this point most devices are. It's easier if you buy like an unlocked iPhone. I would imagine probably most Android phones come unlocked too, unless you're buying them through a carrier. But if they are, as long as they're unlocked on GSM, you should be okay. So when you go to right now, they're doing a holiday sale, so you get 3 months free with a 3-month plan. Mint does a lot of that. Right now, I just renewed with their unlimited plan, which I'll talk about here in a moment. You do get the 5G included for free. And what I've done, which I think probably is the best thing to do, I just get the SIM card and use my own phone. As a matter of fact, I've been with Mint since they were called Mint SIM, which they haven't been called that in years. It's Mint Mobile now. But you would get that SIM card, kind of like Straight Talk, and they've grown so much as a company. I mean, their website's very similar to T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T. It's pretty well done these days. So first thing I'll do is talk about these plans. You can see the cheapest one's $15 a month for 4 gigabytes. Then there's the 10 gigabyte plan, the 15 gigabyte plan, and the alleged unlimited plan, but it's really just 35 gigabytes. And if I zoom in on this fine print here, you can see that it says you slow down after 35 gigabytes. When I had the 15 gigabyte plan, there were a few times where I used up all my data. And I think it's like a 2G speed. It's like in kilobits. So you could watch YouTube in 144p. So you still get decent sounding audio. So if you're listening to a podcast or something, you can still do YouTube. You can't really watch it in 144, but you can at least listen to it. You can do email. You can do very slow and basic web browsing. Like you could probably buy something on Amazon, but it is pretty bad once you exceed that limit. So again, for this last time, I went with the unlimited plan, but it's really only 35 gigs. But I'm usually on Wi-Fi. I don't think I've ever come close to using anywhere near 35 gigs in a month. So this was the plan that I initially used. And one thing I'll also mention is now you can get eSIM, because I know most phones support eSIM, but the 14 Pro, I think there's no SIM card tray. So they do offer eSIM in case you were wondering. But I always go with the SIM card, which as long as my phone's capable of SIM card, I'm going to just do it that way. And you can see you do get Wi-Fi calling, a free mobile hotspot included. You can bring your own phone. And then you can see here, it makes sense to do the 12-month plans. With this promotional plan, you can go ahead and just do the 3 months, and you get the 3 months free. And I think right now they're charging you the same price as 12-month for that 3 month. But obviously, once you know this service works, I highly recommend just pay for that 12-month because you get the most savings, and then you don't have to worry about it for a year. The plan I have is the 30 gigabyte or 35 gigabyte unlimited plan for $30 a month. It's pretty good too. The only thing that I'm not sure if it's a contractual thing or why they do it, is you can see that you're limited to a 5 gigabyte mobile hotspot. With every other plan, your hotspot is the amount of your data plan. So I could theoretically use all 15 gigs as my hotspot. With the 30 gigabyte, the unlimited plan, you can only use 5 gigabytes as the hotspot. And that was actually one reason why I'd mostly stuck with this plan. I don't know why, again, if it's something that they're required to do that, because you would think they would at least give you a 15 gigabyte mobile hotspot to then match the hotspot you could get with any other plan, the cheaper plans, and give you a better value. So that's the only step down I don't like with this plan. And you can also purchase your phone from Mint Mobile. I really don't recommend it because it's just the same price as what you would pay from Apple for a new one. And I don't know if you can buy used ones here. At least not now. I don't see any way to. I think maybe in the past you could, but I've never done it. I would just recommend either buying a used cheap phone on eBay, or if you want a new unlocked phone, get it through Apple or wherever you want to get it. But if you do want to purchase it from Mint, you can. And again, I'll say that it all comes down to T-Mobile. They run on T-Mobile's towers there in MVNO of T-Mobile. I get pretty good coverage with T-Mobile in my area. I think it's better than just about everyone. Verizon's pretty good too, but I haven't used their service very much. T-Mobile, their speeds aren't the greatest in my area, but the coverage is. And for cell phone use, I don't use it that much for, heavy intensive things. So long as I can view Google Maps and make calls and everything, that's good enough for me. So some people that do complain about Mint, it's just a T-Mobile thing. And you can see here if their coverage map, they certainly do cover most of the country. And I do think they have a larger 5G network than anyone else, at least as of right now. And again, if you're in a 5G area with Mint, or if you have a 5G capable phone, you'll get that 5G automatically on your phone. There's no differentiating factor. If you have an LTE phone or don't have 5G, you'll get LTE, but it's the same price, and you can take advantage of the 5G if your phone and network's capable of it. And I find their interface to be pretty good. You can check your data usage, you can check your hotspot usage, which that's only with the unlimited plan. With the other one, you don't see that. It just tells you that what your data goes down to. And you can see you get the amount, but then you also do have to pay taxes and like a recovery fee and a 911 fee and all that. But it's usually not more than $15 to $20 on top of it. It just depends if that's for the 12-month plan. If you just get the 3-month, it's probably just a few dollars in comparison. But I just prefer to get the 12-month plans. Now, Mint Mobile offers their own trials. I think at the low price they offered, I would just get that 3-month trial. But you can just get a SIM sent to you and just do a trial period. I've never done that. But another thing you can do if you just want to go ahead and get a regular plan, usually it's best to start out with that 3-month plan. And again, right now they have that special. You can use my link for refer a friend. You get $15 off your first charge. Now, I will say their old refer a friend plan I think used to be better. On my end, it's about the same still. But back then, I think maybe they got a bigger discount. I'm not sure. But you still do get $15. So if you're going to sign up, even if you don't use my link, I would recommend using a link here. And you can see then if you sign up and you have family, you can actually, I got 1 year free a few years back where you can see if my lifetime credits, that 1 year where I got a few people to sign up, I had another year for free, which I really like that. I've never had that happen with anyone using referral links before. So that was cool too that Mint offers that. And you actually could theoretically get, years of free service. And speaking of, recommending, you can do family plans now. I don't do that. It's just a plan for me. But again, I know most other providers do that stuff. So that the fact you can add lines and manage it, Mint, I mean, they're just really on par with everyone else right now, but they're cheaper than just about everyone else. So I think that's great. I know now there's, Total, I think, which uses Verizon, T-Mobile, and Verizon. They all offer their own prepaid plans. But I've been with Mint for years now, since 2017, and I'm just going to stick with them as long as they don't raise their prices, or at least bare minimum, as long as they stay cheaper than everyone else. I don't have any problems with T-Mobile in my area, and I don't have a problem paying for what I use it for, so they're what I go with. Next, I think I'll switch over to my phone, just do a quick little speed test. And just to show the service on the phone, you can see I usually just do everything here on the phone as far as looking at my data and everything. Now you can change your plan. and do it this way. I like to turn auto renewal off, and I'll manually do it. And one thing I'll mention is, at least if you're an American Express credit card holder, I have the gold card, and then they offered me, I think it was like $45 off if you spent so much, which worked out excellent because my plan just ran out, and that was like right when that offer was available. Now, obviously, don't go and take out a credit card in hopes that you might get a offer from them to get that, especially the gold card, because you have to pay an annual fee on it. But that was one thing, just to let you know, if you hold an American Express card, and for me it was specifically the gold card, they did have that promotion, which worked out great for me. So I will mention, though, if you have that, just look out for the ability to get that potentially. And again, you can see here, you can pick your plan, and it costs more again for the three. This is since I'm already a member, I don't get that like cheaper price, and the 3 free months with my first plan, because I'm already a member. So that's just for new customers. So this is why I go with that, because it's the cheapest overall. One thing I'll say, you can pay for more data, but it's way overpriced, so I really wouldn't recommend doing that. That's why, if you think you're going to go over 15 gigs in a month, then just go ahead and pay for the unlimited plan. You're only paying like $5 more, so it ends up being $60 more a year if you get it in 12 months. It's way better than what you pay here for just a few gigabytes. Though it is nice, though, if you really need that for that month, you can pay to have more data added. And then there's a lot of features and things you can do on the app itself, and the app's always worked nicely for me. And again, just goes without saying that I haven't had any issues with making phone calls or texts, and I'm usually in a coverage area. Now, right now, I'm going to try doing a speed test. So right now, my phone's connected to my T-Mobile home internet, and I like to see what it comes up as. Sometimes, like right around now, it's 5 p.m. T-Mobile home internet gets deprioritization, where when the network's being busy, they slow you down. That seems to be what I'm facing right now. And a lot of times, Mint Mobile, which is crazy because an MVNO is like a lower priority on T-Mobile's tower. And a lot of times, Mint will do better than what it'll still do what the tower is capable of, but it'll do better than T-Mobile home internet. And I guess the reason is just because they're not as slowed down, which boggles my mind. So right now I'm on Mint 5G, and let's see if I can pick the same server and see if it does better. Usually the ping will be about the same, but a lot of times I won't get the same slowdown. And obviously I get a lot higher than that. Sometimes I can get upwards of 50 megabits, but still you can see how it doesn't throttle back down like T-Mobile home internet does. So a lot of times, now T-Mobile home internet's capable of this as well. It's just when they're being slowed down. So when that happens, what I like to do is I just go on my phone and use the data, and then I can, if my internet's slowing me down on the regular home internet. That's the only issue with the hotspot, is it would be nice if you had more than, on that unlimited plan, more than the 5 gigs, so I can use more hotspot on this, because it's impressive to me that Mint Mobile actually sometimes offers me better speeds than T-Mobile does on their own tower. Now, the last thing I'd like to show is, you can see I'm still on Mint. Now, 1080p might buffer, but even though it says you can only stream at 480, I've noticed in recent years, so if I scroll around here, it should buffer the 1080, yeah. So you can see I have 1080p selected, and it's not as fast because they still do throttle it a little bit, but you can see I'm playing in 1080p. So that's something, again, before in the past when you tried to do that with anything above 480, it would just slow you down, like they would throttle it. But it does seem like they don't do that, at least on YouTube, and that's the main thing I view anyway. So I think I'll go ahead and end the video here. Again, I try to just talk about the different plans, how my experience is, which has been fine. Again, it's kind of crazy that a lot of times I find it to work better than T-Mobile home internet, so T-Mobile's own native offering compared to the prepaid. I've had no issues with it. If the data plans work for you, again, you get unlimited talk and text, which I think is pretty much standard across the board for everyone. But for what I'm paying, I've been a customer for all these years. Just recently moved up to the unlimited plan, and I'm happy with it, and that's probably what I'll be sticking with going forward. Let me know if you have any questions or anything, and then there is Mint Mobile's frequently asked questions, and then their customer service if you'd want to get in contact with them. But I'll leave that there. Again, and also keep in mind, if you want to use my referral link, you'll get the $15 credit. If you're going to sign up anyway, you might as well save another $15. So thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. Have a good one.